Hello and welcome to the channel Click to Express, and today we'll be discussing on aggregation function and range sum function. So what is aggregation function? Aggregation function is used to combine two different aggregation function. Okay, so we have different types of aggregation function like max, min, sum, count, etc. But you cannot write two aggregation function together. For example, this is not possible. Sum of runs and then maximum of the value is not possible. That's because you have two aggregation function written over here. Okay, so to do two different aggregation function, we'll be using a function known as Aggr. Okay, so let's see how it's gonna happen. So let me first show you the data I have taken. So I have a data of employees who belongs to different countries and respective cities. Okay, so now let's move to my application. I have loaded this data inline and I'm gonna load this data. Okay, and then I'm just simply gonna take a table, take cities, and then add a measure. So if you see, if I want to add sum of salaries, so it's gonna give me the salaries based on my cities, or grouping the salaries based on my cities. For example, if I go here, check for London, so London, there are two Londons record, and then I will have 3000 because 2000 plus 1000 gives me 3000. So yes, it is giving me 3000. Similarly, if I go to Delhi, and in Delhi I have two records giving me 9000 plus 1000 giving me 10,000. So it is giving me a 10,000 number. But now suppose your requirement says that I want sum of those salaries by the maximum value of it. For example, if I take Delhi, it has to search out of these what is the maximum value. For me the maximum value is 9000 and then do the sum of it. Okay, so how can I do it? Very simple. If you go over here, check the expression. Now if I write a maximum of it, and then if I want to do a sum of this, okay, so it's not gonna take the value. Okay, that's because it is showing an error. So to do this, the very simple way is do maximum of salary. Okay, then put an aggregation function front of it, Aggr. If I want to aggregate this based on my city, just simple comma city, city, and then what now it's gonna do is maximum of salary, filter out based on your city, so group it based on your city. So after that I want to do a sum of it, so then put simply a sum. Okay, so now if you see over here, now it's gonna show you the maximum values of the record and then sum of it. So if you check for Delhi, it is showing you 9000, for London it is showing you 2000. Now what if you guys will be thinking, if I have one more record, okay, if I have one more record and with the same value, okay, now if I save this value now, and you're gonna see maximum of these value. If you check this value, maximum for Delhi, you can see I have three records, but maximum of this is 9000. Okay, so either one of this record will be considered. Okay, so maximum, if I load this data now, you will see there will be no change in the value. Okay, so out of these three record, nothing but 9000 is maximum, and it is giving you that value. Okay, similarly, if I would have changed the value over here to say it as 1000 or 2000, so now out of these three records, the maximum value is 9000. It's going to give you 9000 itself, so the value again not going to change. Okay, so this is how you're going to use your aggregation function. Secondly, it is not only one dimension you can aggregate with. You can aggregate with country, etc., etc., means whatever the dimension you want to aggregate with. Okay, so this is your aggregation function. Okay, so now it's not going to change the value because we have filtered the data based on my city. Okay, so now let's move and to the next function, that is range sum function. Okay, suppose you have a data with you, say it as, let's go take a inline table. Okay, and write it as like column name I'll give as a ABC, and I want to enter a data like 1000. Then I want to enter A, then B, then 2000. See very carefully what's gonna happen. Now if I close this value and give the table name as T and load the data. Okay, let's load the data. And I want a column where I'm gonna do sum of this. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a filter pane, just because I have only one column to check. So what gonna do is sum of, my column name is ABC. Okay, if I give a sum, you're not gonna see a data. That's because what is happening, we have a combination of numbers and string inside a column ABC. Fine. So in such type of scenario, when you have a column having a data of do different different types. Okay, so here we have a number type and also a string type or a character type data. So I'm gonna sum this data, but it's not happening. So I want to sum this data. So in such type of situation, what's gonna happen, range sum gonna be useful. So if I write simple RANGESUM, range sum, it's gonna sum this value and gonna give you 0, 1000, 2000. So what it is giving actually is making these values as 0 because these are string, and it is taking the numbers. Okay, similarly if I take a text object, okay, so if I take a text object, I'm gonna put the same kind of values, say it as range sum of, say it like A, 1000, 2000, B. So it's gonna ignore the values which are in the string format and gonna sum the value of the number format. So it's gonna give you 3000. Okay, so this is the functionality of range sum. So thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you. Have a nice day.